Buying a new house can be a frustrating process. It takes months to secure a typical mortgage. Interest rates are decided by your credit score, which can be incredibly unfair. And every step requires a huge amount of paperwork. While almost every major industry has been disrupted by technology in some way or the other, real estate has lagged far behind. However, all of that could change with the rise of NFTs and the token economy. NFT stands for non-fungible token, which means a unique token that cannot be duplicated or replaced. For example, the Mona Lisa is non-fungible. While there are a lot of replicas floating around the world, the original painting is unique and not replaceable. Similarly, NFTs are digital tokens that are unique and irreplaceable, i.e. non-fungible. Currently, the NFT market is largely composed of art or gaming NFTs. You might have heard of people paying millions of dollars for images of apes. But NFTs with real utility are slowly starting to make some headway as well. While digital art ownership itself is a big revolution, NFTs can be much bigger than that. The idea of using a digital token as proof of ownership can be extrapolated and used to solve many challenges in the analog world. One of these challenges is the traditionally complex real estate industry. We at Lightbulb Moment believe that NFTs are so powerful that all of the real estate will eventually be tokenized. Why, you ask? Well, strap onto your seatbelts and grab some popcorn as we take you for a ride on our thought experiment on how real estate can be tokenized. First, since every real estate property is unique and non-replaceable, NFTs are an excellent way to represent them. Tokenization of real estate will change how we look at real estate investments. Currently, if you want to invest in real estate, you have two options. 1. You can buy a property directly. This requires a lot of capital, physical access, management and maintenance, and offers no diversification. If you require a mortgage, it can take months of paperwork. The second option is to put your money into real estate investment trusts, or REITs. This option offers much better diversification, but requires you to trust the managers of these funds. There are also limited options here. You can't invest in a specific neighborhood, for example. With tokenized DeFi, you would be able to invest from anywhere in the world with any amount of capital, small or large, invest in a specific property or into an index tokens to get exposure to a whole neighborhood or city, get loans against your property in a matter of seconds, sell a small part of your property to investors for instant cash, and a whole lot more. You would be able to do all of this on your own from the comfort of your couch without the need to trust any middlemen. Since all the token data would live on blockchains, these investments and transactions will be completed in seconds without any paperwork. The proof of your ownership of the property could simply be represented by a digital token, accessible from anywhere and verifiable by anyone without any paperwork or hassle. You should be able to get a DeFi mortgage collateralized by the property's ownership token within minutes. Now, obviously, all of this would require the legal systems to recognize tokens as legal ownership of property. And that is currently the biggest hurdle to make this a reality, especially since many of these laws are determined at the local level. But it's only a matter of time, and even so, there are several companies we found that are working on making this vision a reality. Let's explore in a little more detail how this tokenized real estate model could work in practice. Imagine this scenario. You plan to buy a Tesla Model X, but you'll need $100,000. You don't want to spend cash, so you decide to take a loan. Getting a traditional loan approved can take several weeks and a lot of paperwork. With DeFi, however, you can use the house ownership token in your wallet as collateral and get a $100,000 loan against it in a matter of seconds. Now, what if you don't want to take out a loan? You can sell $100,000 worth of your property's ownership tokens on the open market to individuals or institutional investors. With fractional NFTs, the ownership of your property can be divided into multiple tokens. You can then sell some of these tokens to liquidate as much as you like. Fractional NFTs allow for the same property to have multiple owners, but properties are more complicated than your average dog tokens. If there are multiple owners of a property, who gets to actually live in the house? How would maintenance and taxes work? What about rental properties? We tried thinking through all of these problems for our thought experiment. One idea for solving this problem is splitting the property token into two tokens, one representing ownership and the other representing occupancy rights. The ownership token can be fractionalized or traded as the owner pleases. Owners will get cash flow from rent and price appreciation. The occupancy token holder would have the right to live in the property. He or she would pay rent monthly to a smart contract, which would distribute the rent to owners. If the occupant defaults on the rent, the occupancy token would be automatically seized and the occupant can be evicted via a court order. The occupant may also be required to lock a security deposit into a smart contract in case of damages. Charges like house taxes and maintenance would be taken from owners' wallets. Owners could lock interest-bearing stablecoins into a smart contract at the start of the year, and maintenance fees and taxes could be automatically taken from contract every month. This is just one possible model of real estate tokenization.